Hey guys, so you got the Stag do coming up, a weekend away, a big family occasion, or just a heavy Saturday night. You want to enjoy it, and you should enjoy it, but in the back of your mind is that familiar feeling, this is going to set me back big time. What if it didn't have to though? In this video, I'm going to show you a simple strategy, not a rigid diet plan, not a set of rules, a strategy you can take, adapt to your own life, and use it and give yourself the flexibility to enjoy a heavy weekend while still making the progress you want. The key is not what you do during the weekend, it's what you do before it, and it's what you do after it. Just a reminder guys, before we carry on, to like and subscribe to this channel. 96.2% of you watching this aren't subscribed, and I've got a lot more content like this coming your way. So this is one of the most common conversations I have with men I work with. They're doing everything right Monday to Friday, training is consistent, nutrition is on point, they're making great progress, and then a big weekend comes up and they feel like they've got one of two options. Either white knuckle it and miss out, or go for it and accept they're going to undo the week. Neither of those options is the right answer, because the truth is, one heavy weekend, even a really heavy one, is not going to derail your progress if the days around it are managed and planned in. Your body doesn't work in a 24-hour window, it works across the week, and if you set things up correctly before you go in and you reset things correctly when you come out of that weekend, the weekend itself can be as flexible as it needs to be. Most of the time we want to live a normal life, right? We want to be flexible. We want to be able to have a beer if we want a beer, a meal out if we want a meal out, and to be sociable with our friends and our family, but we also want to know and be reassured that we're still on the path to get results. And that is why we need this 2-week plan. The strategy is a 12-day window, 5 days before the weekend, the 2 days of the weekend, and then the 5 days after. Let me show you the maths. Let's keep this as simple as possible. Let's say your daily target is around 2,000 calories per day. Over a 7-day week, that's 14,000 calories in total. Now you've got a big weekend coming up, Saturday and Sunday. Under your normal meal plan, those 2 days would give you 4,000 calories across the weekend. But here's what you do instead. In the 5 days before the weekend, Monday to Friday, you pull your calories back by, let's say, 300 per day. So instead of 2,000 calories, you're eating 1,700 calories. That's not a dramatic cut. That's a slightly smaller portion at one meal per day. Over 5 days, that gives you 1,500 calories back. Add that to your 4,000 calories over the weekend, and you now have 5,500 calories to use across your Saturday and Sunday. And then, and this is the part most people don't think about, you do the same thing in the 5 days after the weekend. Monday to Friday, the following week, you pull back another 300 calories per day, another 1,500 calories. Now, if you add that to the 5,500 calories you already had, you've got 7,000 calories to spread across your Saturday and your Sunday. Split that equally across the 2 days, that's 3,500 calories per day on a Saturday and on a Sunday. Now think about what 3,500 calories actually looks like. That's a big meal out, that's a few drinks, that's a decent breakfast the next morning. That's a real weekend, not a diet weekend. Look, if you're a busy dad and you're struggling to figure out how to balance this stuff, how to enjoy weekends without ruining your progress, I've put together a free dad MOT health check. It takes 2 minutes, it's completely free, and it will give you a clear picture of where you are right now and what you need to focus on. The link is in the description. Go and do it and let me know how you get on below in the comment section. Now, I want to be very clear. This strategy is specific to every individual. Your numbers will be different. You might pull back 200 calories instead of 300. You might only do it for 3 days before, not 5. And what you do after the weekend can be different too. I know a lot of my clients are quite big on fasting the week after they have a heaviest weekend. They might bring in fasting on Monday, Tuesday, and maybe even a Wednesday. That cuts down their calorie intake just a little bit more and allows for even more flexibility over the weekend. But, and this is important, we still got to remember it's our job to get fuel on board and eat enough without going too extreme. Fasting is a tool, but you still need to fuel your body properly. So how do you actually manage the weekend itself? Well, before you get to Saturday, you don't want to be thinking about tracking while you're out. You can if you want, and some people do, but the best approach is to pre-track. Get your tracking app out, whatever you use, before the weekend. Put in the 6 beers, put in the whole pizza, whatever meals you plan on having throughout the Saturday and Sunday, get them in the app so you have a rough idea of whether it fits within the 7,000 calorie budget. Once you've done that, you don't need to look at the app again. You can just go and enjoy your weekend knowing that the maths already works. When Monday morning rolls around, you are not punishing yourself. You are not simply executing the second half plan. You're not bothered about what the weight says. You drop back into that slight reduction, maybe 1,700 calories or whatever your number is, or you implement a fasting protocol if that's what works for you. Get back to your normal training routine. Drink plenty of water. Get your steps in. You might step on the scale on Tuesday and see it's up a couple of pounds. Do not panic. That is not fat. That is water retention from the extra carbohydrates and the salt you've had over the weekend. Stick to the plan, and by Thursday or Friday, your weight will be right back to where it should be, and you'll have enjoyed a great weekend without losing any ground. You don't have to choose between getting results and living your life. You just need a better strategy. Plan the days before, pre-track what you're going to do, and execute the days after. If you need help putting a plan like this together for your own life, I run a one-to-one coaching program specifically for busy dads. We don't do rigid diets. We build strategies that actually fit into your life. The link to apply for the Dad Accelerator is in the description below. So if you found this useful, guys, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.